So Mayorkas, who's got the job for about 7 days, Don, good to see you again, says, quote, in a long soundbite here, says it takes time to build out the depths of cruelty that the administration before us established. What we are seeing now at the border is the immediate results of the dismantlement of the system and the time that it takes to rebuild it virtually from scratch. Really? I think since they took over, the whole border is blowing up.
Without question, Brian, it's absolutely insane. They create a policy that says, if you come here, we're going to give you free health care. We're going to do this. We have an open border policy. That's creating a demand. That's creating a flood of people coming in. That's why their systems are overwhelmed, because they're telling them to come here, and if you do, we will take care of you for life. Donald Trump and his administration, they built a wall. Illegal crossings were going down rapidly. Drug trafficking and human trafficking were cut into a fraction of what they used to be by these asinine policies of bad people using children, using women to get into America to do not so great things in many cases. This is absolute insanity. And again, if we had an honest media, if they didn't suffer or be able to get away with liberal privilege, we'd be talking about the reality. It's a supply and demand issue. When you give them everything they could possibly want, they are going to come, and that's going to create the crisis.
And Don, speaking of liberal privilege, that's the title of your New York Times bestseller. You, I understand, would like to write, some sort of a new chapter, and you would title it, I Told You So. Explain.
100%. I mean, in the first 30 days alone, I mean, and if you include 35 days, because I said they'd be bombing the Middle East within a few minutes to be able to satisfy the military-industrial complex and the D.C. bureaucrats that want to sit on the board of Raytheon. That's why Raytheon's getting $2 billion in the quote-unquote stimulus package. I'm not sure what that does for COVID relief, but we will be sending more bombs into the Middle East, undoubtedly. The reality is this. Everyone knew what this radical administration would do, but no one would say it. The media went to great lengths to try to cover Joe Biden's radicalism, the radicalism of the people within his agenda. Said, no, he's not going to end fracking. He's not going to do that, guys. Yeah, he is. Yeah. He said it 100 times. I literally picked each and every one of these things, whether it's energy, right? No problem with Russia having a pipeline. That's fine. But an American pipeline to make our gas prices cheaper, to create jobs, we can't possibly have that, right? Same thing with immigration. Amnesty, free health care, free education. Sure, that's not going to create a sway towards the border. That's not going to draw people from all over the world to try to get into the country illegally. So you, the American taxpayer, can have the privilege of paying not just for yourself and your children, but for them. You can flood those systems. You can get much less benefit from all of it. So the reality is this, guys, I called all of these things last summer in liberal privilege. Now, they try to suppress that. I actually had to create my own website, just donjr.com, to sell it, because you've seen what they've done to conservative publishers and authors with cancel culture. So, for those who want to get it, go to donjr.com. You'll see that this information was right there. But no one in media, no reporters or journalists were ever willing to actually look at the facts and report them, because they knew that that would hurt Joe Biden and their ultimate goal of putting Democrats in charge.
You were just criticized this week for the picture with the guns behind you, and so are some other lawmakers. And there's this cancel culture trying to cancel Dr. Seuss now. How far are they going to take this?
There's no place that they won't go, Ainsley. There's no place they won't go. This week alone, they canceled Mr. Potato Head. This week alone, they canceled the Muppets. They're canceling Dr. Seuss from reading programs. I mean, these are books. I literally know The Cat in the Hat by heart without the book there, because I read it so many times to my children. These things are not racist. You have Oreo Cookie chiming in on trans rights. I mean, what is going on?
I have no idea.
It's absolutely insane.
We'll just keep
We've
bringing it up.
lost our minds, and we're encouraging it, by allowing it. You saw, the woke mob goes after CPAC because the stage apparently had Nazi symbolism, because these guys are so obsessed with trying to create any link to that.
Which it
and
did.
It looked like Hyatt was doing a good job, but in 24 hours, they too caved to the woke mob.
Don, thanks so much. Appreciate it. There's so much to go over. We'll talk to you again.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Pick up Liberal Privilege now on paperback.